we have the lovely Elizabeth Lang. She's going to talk about how and why to learn to dictate. She writes on Women's Money Week. You can find her on Twitter as well. So everyone give her a round of applause.
I don't know how I'm going to top that, so scale your expectations down. So imagine that you bought Apple stock 10 years ago. You'd be rich today, right? You'd be so rich, you'd be swimming in piles of money. So now picture yourself 10 years from now, after you've learned to dictate. You're going to be so rich in time that you'll literally be swimming in your backyard pool. That's how much free time you're going to have on your hands. So if you want to be swimming in your pool tomorrow or in 10 years, listen up, because I'm going to tell you how and why to learn dictation. So the best reason to learn dictation is it's going to increase your productivity. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all want to be the most productive we can be. When you dictate, you are going to be more productive because it comes naturally. It comes naturally because it's what you do every day. You speak every single day. You talk. It is much easier to talk to a computer than it is to type something and have it come out. So, in my own experiments, when I dictate, if you normally typed 8 hours a day, you can save between 2 and 3.5 hours a day by dictating instead of typing. Now, another fun fact. When you dictate, it's going to be easier to interact with technology. Like when you call your bank and it's that really annoying, frustrating automated bank's phone system, you're going to know how to talk to it. It's not going to be confusing anymore. So, how else do I know that dictation is the way of the future? Think of your new Mac operating software, Mountain Lion. Dictation is built in. You've got Siri, you've got Google Dictate. Now, not only that, but look at the patents that are on the way, the prototypes. There is everything from refrigerators to televisions to coffee pots. In Germany right now, you can actually buy a coffee pot that you talk to it to tell it that you want your morning cup of coffee. So, 10 years from today, if you want your morning cup of coffee, you better know how to dictate. So, this is true. I'm serious. So, this all sounds easy, right? I just said you just talk to your computer and it comes out. Well, it's a little more challenging than that. It is a little bit of an art form. So, I'm going to tell you about the 2 basic ways to learn to dictate. First, there's the slow way. You can ease yourself into dictation. Start by talking to Siri. I recommend when you text, talk. Press that little microphone button and text that way instead of typing it in. You'll find it goes faster. The way I actually recommend though, don't do the slow way, dive right in. Tie your hands behind your back, not literally, but for 2 weeks or a week or so, don't do anything but talk to your computer. It's actually really fun and frustrating. But you first got to install some software. So I recommend Dragon Naturally Speaking. I've tested a bunch. It's the best software out there. It's a little pricey, a couple $100, but don't be cheap. You won't regret installing this. Now, they actually have a book called Dragon Naturally Speaking for Dummies. It's not super easy, but you have to train the software to know your voice, to know your natural speaking patterns. Spend the time doing this and it will pay off in the long run. Something else that you need to do once you actually start dictating is you need to prepare. Spend a few minutes thinking through what you want to say. Don't just ramble to your computer. Trust me, I know I tried that, it was a disaster. So, make an outline. Write down the few key main points that you want to make before you write a post, and then start dictating. This will lead to a more concise, cleaner, better written post in the long run. So once you made your outline, then the next step is to talk. You want to speak slowly and enunciate. Use the microphone. It's the best way to go, and in the end, this will save time in your editing process. Once you start, and as you're speaking, use punctuation. It doesn't come naturally to say comma and period, but again, this will save time editing. So, once you start editing, what you want to do is you want to edit immediately. One time I had this great idea. I was in my car driving and I just kept dictating a bunch of post after post, and a month later I came back, it was a disaster. Don't do that. Edit right away. In 2022, where will you be? Will you be sitting by the pool in your backyard, asking your refrigerator for a cold beer? Or will you be furiously typing away? I hope you're by your pool. That's where I'll see you. Thank you.